Hey friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, I got the D to the K to the M to the L. DKML is a 14.2% barrel-aged imperial malt liquor from Founders Brewing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay, let's let that soak in for a minute. 14.2% malt liquor. This shouldn't be sold as beer, it should be classified as a time travel device. As in, after I finish this, I'll be waking up hours afterwards with no clue what time it is or how I got here. The last malt liquor I had was the Old Nation Dark Horse collaboration, the German Hobo, which I'll have linked up over here, and that one put me down for a while, I'm not going to lie. So DKML is the fourth of 6 different beers in Founders Barrel Aged series, following Frootwood, KBS, and Doom, which I've already reviewed. You can find a review up in the corner here. Founders says that the 5th release, Backwoods Bastard, is currently on tap in their tap room and is slated for a November release. According to their website at foundersbrewing.com, they have a 6th unrenamed release that's in the works for December, so I'll be looking forward to that one as well. Founders claims on the bottle for this that it could be the first malt liquor worthy of a glass. I'm thinking that the big difference I'm going to notice between this and the aforementioned German Hobo is that DKML is barrel-aged, whereas Old Nation's offering was not. So let's talk about the label. This is a really nice matte label. It's got a nice minimal design to it. I love minimal design. I feel like it's reminiscent of liquor bottles. I appreciate that the label has this really small, XXX detail on here. Something you'd probably see on an old jug of moonshine or something Granny would be pulling out on the Beverly Hillbillies. And then there's the DKML slogan. It says, "Kicks you where you most expect it." And yeah, I bet it's going to be kicking me somewhere. I have no idea what DKML stands for, except maybe something malt liquor. If you know, leave me a comment down below and let me know what the DK stands for, because I have no clue. The whole package is topped off with this kind of flashy yet really unremarkable gold bottle cap, which was also topping their Doom release. I think it's more of it's probably all the Barrel Aged series beers. They probably all share this same kind of gold cap. I don't know, because I didn't get KBS, I didn't get Frootwood. I've tried both, but I never got actual bottle releases. So I'm ready to jump into the future. I'm going to open this up and start bending some physics. And if you think I'm going to drink this whole thing right now, you got another thing coming. I got a nice 12-ounce bottle here. The 22 is going to go on the ground there. And it's going to be saved for my future self. When my future self wakes up, maybe I'll find somebody to share this bomber with, because it ain't happening tonight. So let's open this bad boy up. Yeah, I don't know who this little guy on the guy on the face, this guy is. I'm guessing it's kind of just like an old school drunkard looking guy, because he doesn't look modern. Handy dandy bottle opener. And on the inside, you see the Barrel Aged series logo, which is kind of par for the course for their barrel aged stuff. I'm kind of getting a little bit of a bourbony kind of smell out of the bottle, but okay, yeah, when I get close to it, I can smell the bourbon. It's a yellow, kind of pale color coming out of the bottle, but it's a really bright, brownish, orangey color, kind of caramel, which is a similar color to what I saw with the German Hobo. Not much of a head. If I kind of swirl it, I can see it clinging to the glass, and it's relatively clear. A real small lacing around the side of the glass here. I'm getting a big bourbon smell to this. Kind of a sweet, almost kind of a coconutty smell. It smells sweet. When I wake up in the year 2025, it's not going to be sweet, though. I'm going to remember this didn't have a sweet smell to it. Wow. Okay. So the first taste is really when it first hit my tongue, I don't want to say the first taste was sweet because it's not sweet, but when it first hit my tongue, it's really sweet. You get kind of I taste a lot of bourbon right now. It's thick. I can taste the alcohol, but there's no burn to it. It's not, I feel a little bit of a burn in my mouth, a little kind of that high alcohol burn, like the bourbon's really kind of burning a little bit in my mouth, but there's no burn when I drink it. I get that, like I said, there's a bit of a coconutty kind of bourbony taste to it. I mean, there's a lot of a bourbony kind of taste to it. And yeah, it's almost kind of citrusy, like almost like a tangerine. Like if you mix tangerine and coconut together, it's kind of what I'm getting out of this. There's sometimes you get like tangerines that are, I don't know, they're not as sweet. They're a little bit more kind of bitter. And that actually is what this is really reminding me of. The mouthfeel is thick, almost, I want to say it's almost syrupy because it kind of clings in your mouth, kind of hangs on your tongue. Yeah, and you get a lot of very boozy taste to it. I feel like every time I open my mouth, as I kind of let the air hit it while it's in my mouth, it really amplifies the straight, just kind of liquor taste to it. If I just put it in my mouth, swallow it without kind of letting some air mix in there, it still has that taste to it, but it's not as intense, and it kind of just smoothly rolls back. And the aftertaste is a little bit on the bitter end. It's like I said, it's kind of like a bitter kind of tangerine. I wasn't expecting to pick really any kind of fruit up from this. If I remember correctly, German Hobo kind of had more of a caramel taste to it. This is more of a bit of a fruity taste to it. Yeah, but I like the color. This is not your camo 40 ounce. This is definitely a league above. But it's very tasty. I mean, if you're into bourbon, if you're into liquor, I think that this is something that you would enjoy. I mean, I'm not against liquor. I like some liquors, mixed drinks. I don't generally drink liquor straight. It's usually in a mixed drink, but this is almost like a class in its own. This is really strong. You taste it. This isn't something that I would think a casual, I guess, normal beer drinker would be into. Whereas I think Frootwood's kind of sweet. It's more like a really amped up fruit beer. At least that's kind of how I took it. Doom was it was a really strong IPA. Had that bourbon, BBA kind of IPA taste to it, but just amped up to another level, and I really enjoyed Doom. This being a malt liquor that I've already recently had another kind of big malt liquor, at least a Michigan Malt Liquor, new malt liquor, NU malt liquor, like new metal. I think taste-wise, I would take the German Hobo over this, just because it's just really strong. I think it's almost too much, but I mean, it's 14.2%. So going into this that it should be strong. I mean, it's not going to taste like you're eating, a bowl of strawberries. It's going to be, it shouldn't really be sweet. You should pick up on that alcohol, and I do pick up on that. I do pick up on that sweetness too. I just think between the two, German Hobo would be the one I'd go to. It's 11, I believe it's 11.9%, so it's a little bit lighter, but it'll still take you, places your mind could never imagine. So I'm sure when I finish this one, I'll be I'll be ready for bed. So that, my friends, is the 4th barrel-aged 2017 beer from Founders. This may be hard to find. I know I had to kind of bird dog all over the place to get it as soon as I could. I didn't go to the brewery to get it. I actually bought it at one of my local beer stores. So it may be a little bit difficult to find, as all the barrel release series are from Founders. I think they're kind of stepping it up a little bit. It seems like KBS seemed like it was really hard to find in Michigan, at least for me. I didn't really look all that hard because I'd had it before and I didn't know if I necessarily want this year's version, but I know it can be, these can be hard to find, especially 4-packs. They generally, places split them up into smaller kind of batches so they can kind of distribute it more. I bought 2 bottles separately. I didn't buy a 4-pack in this size, in the 12-ounce, and I bought 2 22 ounces at, of all places, a grocery store. So that was kind of odd. But so our malt liquors, the next like giant step for mankind. Let me know what you think in the comments below. While you're down there, why don't you click that like button? Or why don't you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of these insane and totally free updates? Also, while you're down there, you can check out links to my social media, my Instagram, my Facebook page, and my blog at drafttherapy.com, where I have some written brewery reviews. And that's it. By the time you see this, I'll already be in the future. But as always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching this far. Remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries, and until next time, treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Thanks for watching. Cheers.